Hey man, Killer McKill Cam here, and I am back with Wolfenstein, and I think this is now chapter 9. What you saw in the last video was the end of chapter 8. I broke that old ass motherfucker out like a boss. You know, I was in the Titan. The Titan that ain't got shit on Titanfall, or Titanfall ain't got shit on that Titan. However you want to put it. But anyways, so I'm back. Now I gotta look for this fucking welder. And a couple, you know, there's a couple points in this game when you're having to go on a fucking wild goose chase for something. And basically, I think it's just a filler for the game to make it a little longer. Because else, you know, without these fillers, then the game would be very short, and you'd get people complaining about how it is. So I think you just have to fucking do it just to fucking, you know, make the game longer or whatever. So, you know, I'm on a fucking wild goose chase for the welder. I know exactly where it's at, so I had to go up there, read the note, come down here, find the motherfucker downstairs. He's gonna tell me he dropped the welder. I'm gonna have to jump in the water, and then I'm gonna have to swim through the fucking sewer to get back and fight a bunch of robots. So basically it's just, you know, a filler for the game and probably a preparing you for the mission to come, because you're going to be in the water.
What's up, Captain?
Looking for the welder. You seen it?
Oh, yeah. I was attempting to fix the broken railing over at the secret fountain entrance, and I dropped the welder in the water. I haven't gotten around to fishing it out yet. Maybe you could give it a shot?
Look by the secret fountain entrance,
there
Captain.
It is. He dropped the fucking thing in the water, and now I gotta go find it. So, I mean, the game's still fun. It's not taking away anything from the game. I'm not saying anything bad about the game having this filler. It just, you know, just having to go through the motions of finding the fucking welder and going through all this fucking shit to find the welder. You know, and I don't know, I'm not a game developer, and it's really easy for people to criticize a game and say that it's bad. But, you know, the people that made this game spent hours and hours upon hours every day developing this game. It probably took them years to completely make it. And they probably poured their heart and soul, had blood, sweat, and tears into this game. And it's just like, you can't fucking please everybody. And, you know, they didn't want to make a fucking multiplayer. They wanted to make a fucking fun-ass...
Sorry, pal. Don't mean to...
story mode,
your train of thought,
and
that's
exactly what they did. They made a fun-ass story.
I'd rather not think
and a
about.
fucking fun-ass first-person shooter
Jay would think
story
that when Jay
game.
seen what
So I'm happy with it. You know, if I had to spend 11 minutes and 8 seconds playing a fucking filler,
begun already, and I just
fine
don't
with
know
me.
it.
Because at the end of the video, it's going to be worth it. You'll see what I'm talking about when it gets there.
We just gotta ride the whirlwind, make it through to the other side.
You know, and it just adds to the story, and it adds character to the story.
Drink with you in celebration, Veneer.
And it's good, man. I like it.
You're on.
And the only reason why I don't really like it, or why I wouldn't like it, is just because, you know, when you're doing a YouTube walkthrough, a YouTube playthrough, this is basically nothing to explain about the game, nothing to say about the game. You know, there's no strategy, trying to find a welder and walking around talking to people. Basically, the game explains itself on these little scenes, and you really can't get lost, and there's really nothing special about it. But, you know, I suppose, you know, you have to put the whole entire game in your playthrough, or else it just wouldn't be a very good playthrough. And in this section of the game, there's areas where you can stop and listen to people having conversations about what's going on in their everyday life, you know, and right in the heart of Berlin, that's occupied by the Nazis. And, you know, you get to hear what the people of Berlin think about what's going on. And, you know, some of them are just gossiping and some of them are just, you know, complaining. And I think it was something that they wanted you to do in order to take a little longer playing the mission. But it is what it is. Here's this. Look, you see that little white arrow? I always, in every campaign game, dude, there's always an indication of where to go. And the first time I played this game, and you see how that ladder lands right on top of that white arrow? The first time I played, it took me a couple minutes to find that fucking thing. And I'm wondering what the fuck this chain's doing. It's not doing anything right now. But maybe later in the game it will. Who knows? We'll see. Who knows what that chain does later? There's a chain in the near the tool room that does something later in the game that you can't shoot right now. We'll see. I'll have to look later. Later when there's a chapter when this building gets taken over by the Nazis and they come in and they're killing everybody. So we'll see. Oh, and I did notice one thing that was different now that I'm thinking about it is that black guy with the fucking scarf over his face took the place of the girl that's always being a fucking psycho in the room next door. When I had to tell him to move to get out of the way of the door, usually it was the girl. So that's another thing that's different between Wyatt's timeline and Ferguson's timeline. I never noticed that until I thought about it just now. So here these motherfuckers are. You can make real quick work of this motherfucker with your ray gun, and then just pick up that that fucking that gun right there, and just unload on this dude, aim for the head, and you'll blow off his armor, and just take cover behind that while he's shooting. I think what they wanted you to do, and I knew this the first time that I played the game because there was a very similar thing in Killzone Shadowfall when there was this large attack drone trying to get you, is you had to drop a crate on it, and those crates had the chains that you can shoot with the fucking ray gun, and they will fall and destroy those robots instantly. But your timing has to be pretty good, and I'm on death before incarnate, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, and you die pretty quick. So you don't want to fuck around shooting those chains while you're getting shot with a big ass fucking gun. So I didn't fuck around, I just fucking fucked them up real quick. So there it is, I fucking had the welder, and I have the fucking, the mission beat already. I just gotta make my way back and give the welder to that old dude so he can fucking build the fucking U-boat, or whatever the fuck it is that we need to get further into the game. So I don't know, man. Tell me, what do you guys think of this game so far, man? What are your thoughts on it? You know, I remember in the game Rage they had co-op. I mean, they had co-op and multiplayer. Multiplayer, you were in a buggy and you could upgrade to a Caprino, and you had miniguns and rockets on your shit, and then you would fucking drop landmines and these electrical EMP blasts, and then basically it was a free-for-all and then in a race, and you could kill each other that way. But then they also had a co-op that would take you through each of the chapters, but it would be a different mission that you would do with someone during co-op. You could either do it with one of your friends, or you could do it with some random. And that was a lot of fun, man. And I actually made a lot of friends on the PS3 while playing that game, while playing that co-op. And I hope that they come out with some kind of DLC for this game. And I really hope they do, because, you know, $60 just a campaign is about half as much as what you get from other games. Granted, this was a really good look at this shit here. This is what I was talking about earlier. You know, these cutscenes are worth it, boy. And even in Metro, bro. Metro, there's this fucking stripper, dude, and her tits are fantastic. You have to give her like $5, and you get to see them. But, you know, I hope this game comes out with a co-op, and I think it'd be really cool. I'd like to do each mission just, or not each mission, but each chapter. I'd like to go through each chapter with a friend and just, but I don't want to do the same thing that I did in the single player. I want to do something different. So hey, this big dude's gonna throw this fucking boat in the water, and then the fucking clip's gonna end, and I'm gonna pick up here right where I left off before. So make sure you stay tuned, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let me know in the comment below what you think of the videos, what you think of the commentary. Thanks for stopping. Peace.